very true. But the water is really, our biggest organ is the skin, and the skin needs really a lot of water, to stay hydrated, to stay young. So we really need lots of water to really, and if we don't drink enough water, this kind of sounds a little gross, but we recycle the water through our kidneys, which is horrible, So can you imagine the recycling of your water because you dehydrate it? So you don't get the fresh water to shoot out the toxins and all those kind of things. So that's why water is so important. Yeah.
No, the water they want us to drink, it seems like a lot. How many ounces did you say? 32 ounces, which is like half a gallon, right? You're supposed to drink per day?
No, 64 ounces actually the minimum.
Oh,
the minimum. Yes.
So that's
8
1
glasses
gallon.
of water.
Is that 1 gallon or one half a gallon? 64 ounces.
You know what? I'm not so sure. I'm like you on metric as well. So, but it's about eight glasses of water. But it's very doable, So you drink one right away in the morning as soon as you get up. You can put some lemon juice in it to kind of, cleanse yourself. And then just throughout the day, for me, it has become my water bottle. I have a 32-ounce water bottle. It's like an accessory for me. It's like my phone. I do not leave my house without my water bottle and my phone. They're always with me. So one is 32 ounces. So if I drink 2 of those a day, I already have the water for the day for me, so which is really not bad. And you just sip it throughout the day. It's not hard to do. Yeah. It's the thing, you have to be mindful at first, but then it becomes really a habit.
I must admit that I've been having trouble getting to that water intake even now. I mean, I drink water. In fact, I have no idea how much water I drink because I just drink when I'm thirsty. And apparently you're not supposed to drink only when you're thirsty. You're supposed to, because then that means it's too late. You're already dehydrated.
That's correct. Yeah, very true, Richard. Yep.
Okay.
That's correct.
Well, last week I had this terrible urge to eat some toast, bacon, and eggs. I had resisted the urge. So maybe not this last week. It was 2 weeks ago because I'm still on on losing weight still. I had resisted the urge for 6 weeks during the dieting stage, but that morning I must have ingested 600 calories at one fell swoop. I got it out of my system. And for the rest of the week, I was fine eating the OPTAVIA way. And I actually lost 1 kilo. I lost 2 pounds after that week. As a coach, Dominique, how do you deal with your clients' binges and urges?
Yeah, that's a great question. And, we're not perfect. Even us coaches, we're not perfect, so it's not about perfection. But when you do something like that, you're probably not going to feel too great. I don't know how you felt after that, So because
I felt full.
You felt good? Yeah.
I wouldn't say I felt good. I just felt full. You know what I mean? Maybe too full.
Yeah, full.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's it's a process throughout this whole time. It's a process, and you really, I have people too. They say, "Oh, I had pizza last night, and I really didn't feel good. I'm tired this morning," and so you will know. You become such a good monitor, of what is good for you and what is not so great for you, because you're not going to feel too good, So, but if you've been eating this garbage all the time, you lose that sense, So, but if you now really and sorry for my word, garbage, but it's really kind of crappy food,
That's all right.
People lose that sensitivity, to that. So, and they feel crappy all the time. They don't know the difference anymore. But once you start really getting healthy, you know exactly what it is to feel great. So, and again, we're not perfect. It's not about it's not about deprivation. It's really about empowering yourself to make better choices. And you are going to make better choices because you feel better. I cannot tell you how often I have clients and they're like, salad with salmon, really? And that when they first start, and then a couple months later, they're like, remember, Dominique, when you asked me about a salad with salmon, I crave that now because your body starts craving the good food, So, and
good
that's
point. Very good point.
really a breakthrough. That's a
Sure.
breakthrough.
Well, Dominique,
Yeah.
to me, the most important part of the program was controlling the quantity of the food I ate. I was never severely obese like 40% of the American population is, but slightly overweight, like
Mm-hmm.
70% of the US population is overweight, slightly overweight sometimes. Over the six
Mm-hmm.
weeks of
Mm-hmm.
the OPTAVIA diet, I read labels, measured quantities, and realized that the average
Mm-hmm.
Western person eats far more than the 2 or 3
Mm-hmm.
handfuls of food permitted for proper weight and health maintenance. Can you explain to our listeners what happens to us physiologically over time to make us less hungry? Less hungry.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, and again, our program is evidence-based, so the feelings help with that in the beginning, so because it's balanced nutrition as far as the right amount of protein, and it's a very high quality protein, the right amount of complex carbohydrates, which comes out to about 100 grams of complex carbohydrates a day and 70 grams of protein, high quality protein that you get. And that ratio, Richard, after 3 days, plus
Yeah.
the food is low glycemic, which doesn't spike your blood sugar. So after 3 days, you get in a very slight fat burn. It's not a ketosis like, some of these programs that are out there, which are actually quite dangerous, to be honest with you. But, it gets you in that slight fat burn. And when you're in that slight fat burn, you use your fat as energy, and it doesn't make you hungry anymore. You also reducing the sugar intake, so it decreases your cravings for sweets.
Sure.
So, and that is beautiful because when you don't, when you take anything sweet in, like a cookie or something, it spikes your blood sugar. Your pancreas has to release the insulin, but it doesn't release just exact the insulin to get it to normal again, so it drops again. And what do? You want more sugar,
Sure.
so
Sure.
it's a vicious
Sure.
circle. So this program can really regulate that, and you actually start sleeping better too, so
Mhm.
because your blood sugars are regulated, and you're using your fat as energy, and that's why you're not hungry on this program at all. And that's the beauty, because most diets, you're hangry. You're not only hungry, but you're
Yeah.
angry too, because you can't have this. And with this, you're satisfied because you eat every 2 to 3 hours, So
That's true.
yeah.
What were the percentages you gave me at the very beginning of the this part? You said the percentages were 30% and 70%. I didn't get that. Maybe
No, it's 100 grams of, you get in the program, you get 100 grams of complex carbohydrates a day
okay.
and 70 grams of protein. So,
Okay.
and then there's a little bit of fat in there as well. We need fat and we need a little bit of sugar. Our brain needs sugar, but we don't need as much sugar as people get nowadays,
Yeah.
So,
Well,
yeah.
what I love is the 100 calories of brownies you can get every night for one of the
Yep.
fuelings, and that always makes you feel good.
Makes you feel great.
Well,
It's a staple in our house.
some people believe that exercise is the key to maintaining a healthy weight and lifestyle, not diet.
Hmm?
What would you say to these people?
Well, the proof is in the pudding. When January 1st comes, everybody goes to the gym. You can't find a treadmill. And in February,
That's
everybody's
true.
gone. What does
That's
that
true.
tell you, right? So,
Exactly.
and here's the background on this, okay? So actually, Body for Life came up with that, and it's very true. 80% of your body weight is dictated by your nutrition, only 20% by exercise.
Right.
In order to burn a pound of fat, you need to burn 3,500 calories. And
Wow.
to burn 3,500 calories, that's like running a marathon.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
So that's, you cannot out exercise your fork, and it's very tricky. People exercise in the morning and then they say, oh, I exercised. Mentally they say, I can have this cookie now, or I can have this. So it's a losing battle,
Exactly.
So you really have to, control that nutrition, and that's what we're good at, to really get that combination right. So you can really don't have to run a marathon every week, to lose a pound, So but we, of course, exercise is a healthy habit. We promote exercise. You should exercise 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. Do something that's fun, something that you can do, even if you don't want to, So
basically, you got to move. Yeah. You
Yeah,
basically
exactly.
Dominique,
Yeah.
we only have about a minute left, unfortunately. Could you summarize, especially that last part, what you've talked about today, and explain why the OPTAVIA way is probably one of the best ways of losing weight?
Yeah. So glad you asked. So it's not a diet, okay? So that's the big part. We don't, and a lot of people come to us with a diet mentality, and that's really, where we switch it. It's not a diet because a diet ends,
Yeah.
and with this program, it's a lifelong transformation because you learn new habits. It's scientific based, it's safe and effective weight loss. And it really puts people back into the driver's seat for their longevity, and they're the pilot, the pilot again, not the co-pilot. I'm the co-pilot,
Okay.
but they become the pilot again of their health and nutrition, and they can take full responsibility and control to move forward because it's not a diet. We give them the tools to really thrive even after they have lost the weight, So
Perfect.
that's pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Dominique Kohlenberger, we only have 15 seconds left, unfortunately. It's been very enjoyable. This interview will air in the upcoming weeks. Dominique Kohlenberger is a certified health coach and physical therapist. The OPTAVIA website is OPTAVIA.com. I'd like to thank Dominique Kohlenberger for being on our show today. My name is Richard Bont, and this is Curmudgeonly Yours, an eclectic show on Society Bites Radio. You can download these podcasts on societybitesradio.com or richardbont.com. And you can also listen to us on iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spotify, Sound Echo, and several other internet platforms. Thank you, Dominique Kohlenberger.
Thank you so much, Richard. It's been a pleasure. Thanks a lot.
So I'd like to thank our guests for being on Curmudgeonly Yours today. And please, if you like what you heard, send me an email to richard@richardbont.com. And if you didn't, please keep your comments to yourself. Remember, this is Richard Bont and Curmudgeonly Yours on Society Bites Radio, where everything is what it seems, nothing is what it seems, and what is not said is often of most interest.